The 5-day work week's a made-up thing.
I don't think the whole concept of work-life balance is relevant. I think that, again, it's like your 5-day work week. Someone's put it in place. Oh, you must achieve work-life balance. So what's balance?
Because to me, pulling your phone out right before you're about to go on date night is not work-life balance.
Yeah.
At all.
Without a doubt.
So what does it mean to you?
What I strongly believe, and I've changed my full mindset around it, is prioritizing. You can't have everything. Well, you can. You've just got to see what's important to you. That's probably the very first thing. It's what is important to you, right? And in order for you to have those things that are important, you have to make a sacrifice, whichever way it goes.
I also think it's the quality of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, would you rather be sitting at home with your kids worried about how you're going to feed them? Or would you rather be on the third holiday that year showing them the time of their lives and what's possible?
Stop making excuses and just living in the whole bullshit work-life balance and all that sort of stuff. No, you can do absolutely anything you want.
So, George, I got a very big package in the mail yesterday.
Is that what you call it?
What do you think I'm alluding to here?
Oh, I don't know. Just
merchandise. Some time ago, I made a big purchase. I purchased a whole bunch of Alex Hormozi's books.
Like what? Like 5? Like
no.
like the series of the 3. Is that what you bought?
No. It was hundreds.
Shit.
Yeah. Literally.
Judy.
No exaggeration. There is no exaggeration around that. I've got one here. They've started to roll in. I still don't have all of them, but I've got most of them. So they've started to roll in now. Come straight from the US. I've got one here. I've read it. It's a great book. I've handed you one.
Thank you.
But what I want to do is I want to hand one to one of our listeners. Now, I already had someone, we offered this at the start. I already had someone message me and take one up. And then I had a couple of people message after that. So I thought, you know what? Now that they're actually here, and I've sent that one off, and thank you. Shout out to Cam. Thank you, Cam. You should have the book by the time this episode airs. And I've sent out a couple more to some people. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to use this book to do 2 things. 1, I'm going to offer it to someone who listens to this episode. And 2, that's it. That's all I got. I don't know what the second one was going to be, but I'm going to offer this to someone who listens to the episode. And at some point in the episode, I'm going to tell you how you can obtain this. Okay. And I will send it to you for free. It cost me $11 to post this out to you.
I'll go 50-50 with you.
It cost me $11. I've worked that out.
Well, I bought you coffee today. There you go.
$11 coffee?
Yeah. No, I said 50-50. Relax.
You
got to
get
pay
a
for
second
some of it too.
You're trying to get a second book? Yeah. So at some point today, I'll tell you how you can obtain this book.
You got to stay tuned.
But you got to stay tuned. So.
Excellent. Well, first of all, happy Saturday. Even though you guys listen to this on Monday, happy Saturday, Robbie.
Imagine being Monday morning and someone's like, happy Saturday. I feel like that would
throw them. But for us, it's Saturday right now.
It is Saturday.
What a weirdo, man. You're working on a weekend. What's wrong with you? Is this work? But you were working before.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about that?
About working on a Saturday?
Working outside of regular working hours.
I think it comes with the job description of a business owner.
You know,
not necessarily, because you can still work on a weekend as an employee as well. You can work out of hours as an employee as well. Depends how much you care. Depends how much you want to do it. You might love it. So yeah, you could work outside of hours if you're not a business owner.
I feel like the thing of being told that you need to be somewhere at a certain time is the propaganda, not the propaganda, you know, when you're sold like a thing, like a belief, kind of like you need rice or what's some of the stuff that we're told? You know, you shouldn't eat butter. Like you shouldn't eat eggs, or like, you know all that. Oh, reduce the amount of meat you're eating. Yeah. Or reduce the amount of salt you're eating, right? And then I went on a thing of eating eggs, butter, and salt and meat nonstop and lost weight.
Best condition of your life.
Yeah. Elements like that. I think it's one of those. Like I think it kind of falls into that bucket.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I like the type of things that we've been kind of conditioned to believe.
Yep. Don't work a weekend.
Yeah. Why would you work on it? Like
Grant Cardone says that is like, God said on the seventh day you rest, like we rest or something, or seventh day, and that's what like people say. Oh, no, it's we got to rest on the seventh day. We don't work on a Sunday. It's like God created the whole fucking planet in the 6 days prior. What the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you haven't done anything to rest.
And that's a really good point. But someone at some point made that up.
Yeah,
It's made up. The 5-day work week's a made up thing,
absolutely, it is.
right? So how do you feel about working? You know,
I don't mind working. Look, the fact that I tend to enjoy what I do helps a lot. But in saying that, do I wake up in the morning and go, I can't wait to process numbers or look at numbers or do a tender or something like that? The way I see it is it's the progression.
That's
of me
perspective, though. That's all perspective.
Yeah. I as long as it doesn't affect things that are important to me, then I'm cool to work all the time. Like I don't want to sacrifice things that I can never get back. So say time with my kids and my family and all that sort of stuff. So as long as I'm not sacrificing that, totally good to go at any other time.
Yeah, but I also think it's the quality of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Would you rather be sitting at home with your kids worried about how you're going to feed them? Or would you rather be on the third holiday that year showing them the time of their lives and what's possible?
Or, or you could be at home, but you're just playing PlayStation all day.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not really engaging with them. Or they're on their iPads and you're on your phone.
And you're on Netflix. Yeah, you're just sitting there watching Netflix, just binging a show. And it's like, well, you're not really spending quality time with them.
Yeah, exactly right.
And the focus of what I want to touch on today is, it being a Saturday, us being here on a Saturday morning. I get calls on Saturdays. People are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. And they're like, it's a Saturday. And I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, right? And I think it's a really fitting topic.
Do you ever call people on a Saturday for work-related items?
Not as much. No, I try to do deep work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just feel like the main reason I usually call people now, just based on where the business is at, is I'm usually doing sales aspects.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people, not all, and this is probably in my own head, but I feel like most people won't make a decision on Saturday. They'll be like, cool, dude, like call me on Monday. You know what I mean? Because most
from
people
a sales perspective, yeah.
Most people do switch off. And that might be the wrong way to think about it too. Maybe I'm getting in my own way by thinking that way. But
essentially,
in saying that, yesterday evening, I was out. Okay. I was out and I was on a date and I had a situation come up, right? And this is what made me think about it because like this could have gone one of two ways. And I was just about to enter. Have you ever been to Graysland?
No.
I was about to enter Graysland and I had something come up on my phone. I looked at the email and I was like, fuck, like this, I was waiting for this email and it came through and it was like something that was, I wanted to kind of get out of the way to know what the outcome was going to be because it was going to depend on what my next move looks like. And I stopped her and I said, hey, I need to send this email. And she was like, okay, cool. And I sent the email. And it took me a minute and I got to get it off my chest. And then for the rest of the night, I was good.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a really smart move by her. Like you let me stop and do it. But I also know situations or have been in situations in the past where you always want to work. You can't even put your phone away, blah, blah, blah. And it could have went one of two ways. And I think she played the right cards, understanding who I am and what I'm about. And same thing this morning, right? Like you could be copying flack for being here this morning and doing that. And then when that happened, I remember thinking, like, that was a good move. Like you're going to get the best version of me now because my head's clear. Do you feel like you've been in situations like that, or do you feel like you know people? Like I know lots of people who like, I can't come out on this night.
Yeah,
Or I can't do that one thing. Or it's like because they've got to go do this, or they've got to be there for their partner, or whatever it is. Family, kids, have to be home at a certain time, or can't do this on a certain night, or I don't work weekends, or I don't pick up my phone on Saturdays, or whatever it is. What does work-life balance actually mean to you? Because to me, pulling your phone out right before you're about to go on date night is not work-life balance.
Yeah.
At all.
Without a doubt.
So what does it mean to you?
I don't think the whole concept of work-life balance is relevant. I think that, again, it's like your 5-day work week. Someone's put it in place. Oh, you must achieve work-life balance. So what's balance? What is balance? It's like
A juggling act.
It's 50-50 in my mind, yeah? It's balance. You can't have one side heavier than the other. It has to be balanced. So that means you have to do 50% of work, 50% of life. Nothing more, nothing less. But when is life ever like that? It's never like that. You can't have that balance where it's one perfect world of the other. It's actually the same thing. You are one person. It's one life. It's not a work life and then you get magically transform into a separate personal life. It's the same thing. You are the same person throughout the whole day. What I strongly believe, and I've changed my full mindset around it, is prioritizing. There's going to be times where I have to prioritize work, and there's going to be times where I have to prioritize family. Say 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I was here till 1 a.m. working on a tender. And that was a $12 million project that we've verbally been awarded. Now, if I took that approach of work-life balance, I could be like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to come and work. I'll just be 2 days late on my tender because I need to go home. I need to go, have dinner because it's late. It's 5:30. I don't want to stay past this. It's not right. And arguably, I wouldn't have won that project, which then allows me to go on the holidays with my family, to go and buy the new house or the new car or the whatever it might be, go to great schools, all that sort of stuff, best healthcare. So there is a level of, as a business owner, I'll talk from a business owner perspective, there is a level of sacrifice, especially for a man, because let's stereotype, most of the time, men are the providers within a family.
That's sexist.
That's how I start my Saturdays.
Yeah.
After my wife's made breakfast for me.
With a no, and then I handed the vacuum in the room. That's just
sideways, but stereotypically talking at the moment. Now, if a man's home all the time, then how's he providing the best life for his family? There has to be a level of sacrifice there. As much as, USA,
what's the sacrifice though?
the time with them. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that, dude. I could work a 9-to-5 job, 8 hours. That's it. No more. Don't fucking work more than 8 hours. But there's consequences for that. Yeah, maybe we don't live in the area that we're living in. Maybe the 3 holidays we go in or the holiday we go in isn't business class, it's economy. And I have to save points and I have to save the money to get there. Like there's a level of sacrifice both ways. Am I willing to sacrifice work because I want to have that time with the family, which is totally fine. If you're happy, if you do that, this is the thing, right? This is an individual thing. If you crack the code and you're happy, you won. You've won. If you're happy working your 8 hours and then at 3:30 p.m. you get to go and pick up your kids from school, go home, do all that stuff, and you're happy with that, you've won the game.
Do you think there is people who are?
Yeah, I think there would be people like that, for sure. For sure. Why do they need to work more? If they're happy and content, they just want to do their 9 to 5, that's it. Have their house that they pay off for the next 30, 40 years, go on one holiday a year, find the cheapest Jetstar flight to Tasmania, wherever you're going. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Shout out to Tasmania.
And shout out to Jetstar.
So all our listeners in Tassie. Do they have electricity?
We bagged Tassie the other day. Yeah. Well, they're getting a footy team now, so who knows? Maybe that brings them.
So, what are the myths you think people tend to get fed about work-life balance? So obviously, like, there's no such thing as direct balance. And look, I'll counter what you're saying by saying I don't think they mean 50-50 every day. But
Yeah,
I think
of course,
they mean
of course.
overall balance.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
In
So
the
you can
sense
work a week here,
Yeah.
and then next week you take it off, or whatever
I think
it might
that's
be.
what it means.
Yeah, I
Well,
believe.
that's my
I agree.
perception,
I
yeah.
agree. Or it's like work-life harmony, where they say 8-8-8. So 8 hours work, 8 hours leisure, 8 hours sleep. Having that harmony there. But again, that very seldom happens. So
I think it's a bad.
I think people buy into it because it's like it gives them the excuse not to work hard or not to achieve great things or not to have everything they want in their life. The other day, me and my mate were out and we're with our wives, and then like they're joking around and they're saying, what was it? What was she saying? Like the missus was like, oh, well, do you want us to look after your kids and raise amazing kids, or do you want a great wife? And then both me and my mate looked at each other. Why the fuck don't we want both?
Yeah, what's the
Why do I have to pick?
Why is it all?
Yeah, exactly right. Why do I pick? I want both. So it was funny, but anyway, it's like people buy into these ideas. You can't have everything. Well, you can. You've just got to see what's important to you. That's probably the very first thing. It's what is important to you, right? And in order for you to have those things that are important, you have to make a sacrifice, whichever way it goes, whichever way it is, period. Look, here's the thing with it. If you've got a partner, like your missus or kids or whatever it is, you have to have that conversation with them too, because there's no point you being on board with you working like an animal till 11 p.m. because you're going to try to do this, because you're trying to achieve that, and she wants a homebody. That relationship will be doomed to fail from day one.
Yeah. I think
so. I think credit to
setting boundaries.
Credit to the girl that you're out with to actually go, yeah, cool. Like, do you.
I've also made it super clear.
I think that's super important because a lot of people won't.
Hey, like you got to, like, I work a lot.
Yeah. And that might change in the future, dude.
Yeah.
When you have kids,
probably not.
No, it's still may.
It'll
enjoy. Your priorities, I know, but you say that now, but your priorities 100% will change.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Just like they have from 10 years ago to
today. Yeah, without a doubt. And as the second you have kids, you'll be like, okay, cool. I want to, like you. What'd you say the other day? You never met anyone that puts the kids to bed or something?
I've never met anyone that prioritizes putting their kids to bed as much as you.
Yeah, that's right. So I just wanted, that was a decision I made from an early age. Like every single night I'll put them to bed. I know that time's coming where I don't need to do that ever again. It's coming. It's closer for my son than it is my daughter. But then it's going to get to that stage where I don't need to do that. And then that's going to go forever. So for now, cool, I'm going to do that. I get that limited amount of time doing that. But regardless,
so you know,
like that was a little
you say that,
yeah.
But like all things are limited.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
Everything.
Yeah, I know. Everything is. We're not going to be here.
Yeah. Like there's a limit on everything we do. You know what I mean? You can only do this for a certain amount of time, and then it's going to be gone forever.
Yeah.
You know
One day we won't do this podcast.
Yeah, and There's gonna be a last episode. I shared this post the other day where I said, most of the time, the last time we do something is we don't even realize it's the last.
That's right.
time.
You told me that.
Do you remember?
I read the post and I fucking messaged you saying how good was that.
Do you remember the last time you ordered your last Happy Meal?
No.
Do you know what I mean? But like at one point, that was your last time, and you didn't even.
But hey, you know what I'm doing after this?
You need to get a Happy Meal?
Yeah, fucking oath.
I'll come with you.
But we'll go to the Saint straight after.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, like in the sense of there is a limitation on everything you do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're going to have a last date. You're going to have a last meal. There's going to be the last time you see your parents or your grandparents. And sometimes you don't even know. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll leave and you don't even know and you think, cool, I'll see you soon.
And you don't. Well, this is where it really comes down to what's important to you. As an individual, you've got to ask yourself that question, because I think that will dictate which direction you go in with your work, with your life. Like, what is important to you? What are you trying to achieve? And maybe some people can't answer that at the moment. I don't know. But what do you want?
Did you do that with Nicole? Like, did you set boundaries?
Yeah, absolutely. Not initially. I wish I did. Because initially, I mean, I didn't start a business when we were together. I was working at a job. And I had a good job. that was a long time ago. Long time, well before Nicole.
How long have you been married?
I don't know. Come on, man. You asked me that shit on air.
Yeah.
Jesus. 2013.
You should be like 1,847 days.
Well, yeah. 12 years. 13 years next year.
13 years. Okay. So you've been married for a while.
Yeah. So, and then we were dating for a couple before that. But the point is, I didn't have that conversation early on.
13 years, dude. That's ages.
I know.
Like you would know that human. Like.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Like you know everything about them.
Everything. And vice versa. So what was I saying?
You were saying?
Oh, did I know?
Setting
that boundary. I didn't. And I found that out the hard way. Because we had to have conversations, because then things got strained. This is when I started the business too. And one of the hardest things I did as well was having the business and then having a young kid, like a newborn.
Yeah.
Like I had a brand new business and a brand new kid at the same time. So managing that work life, managing that was difficult looking back. At the time I was like, no, This is what, at the time, the way we sort of said it was, I'll be the provider. I'll go make money. You look after the kids. That was it. So then Nicole would do everything.
You laid that out at what point?
Oh, we not me laid out. I didn't say woman.
No, as in like you two are together.
Yeah. It would have been early on.
Woman,
look after the
what you're
kids.
doing.
You're pumping out babies for the next couple of years. So, what a life.
No, but at what point in the relationship was that was my question. At what point in the relationship did you make those decisions? I'm assuming you made them together.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think definitely whilst when we're looking to have the second, because Nicole hasn't worked a day since we had kids.
In her life.
Yeah, in her life. Ever. I found her on the side of the street and I picked her up. She was outside Coles asking for some money. Yeah. Hey, let me take care of you.
Nicole won't listen to this.
I can say whatever the fuck I want. So it's all good. So yeah, we had it early on when we had young children because I noticed the strain a little bit both ways. Because this is what I say too. It's like if we had another kid, and we had this conversation not long ago, if we had another kid, things would be completely different as far as how I would help and react. Like I didn't get up for feeds, right? And the mindset was no, but this is where we were talking, and this is where we sort of had that idea. It's like I didn't get up for feeds and stuff because Nicole was like, George has to get up early to work. It doesn't make sense for him to get up and feed the baby. I'll do that. And then vice versa. It's like, well, I'll go make the money. It doesn't make sense for Nicole to go put the kid in childcare. I can make enough money to support. So we had that partnership and we had that understanding. The only thing I would have done a little bit different was just help still, because it doesn't mean I don't do anything. And not that I didn't do anything. It was...
Here's a good question. What would you do that you didn't?
I would just pucker up a little bit more and get up and help and do that stuff and give her a break.
So would you wake up
here and
for
there.
feeds?
Yeah, fucking oath. Like, what's the big deal? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I got no idea.
Tired 2-3 days a week.
How many times does that happen throughout the night? 2?
My kids were generally all right with that. But even she did one, I did one. Like, it's no big deal. I could help in doing that.
Did you breastfeed?
I'll try. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. I've got to have the balance.
Funny you say that. I know someone who recently had a baby. Very traditional family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stay-at-home mum. She actually works part-time, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the moment because she just had a kid. But stay-at-home mum, raise the kids, I'll go make all the money. And then I spoke to him and I was like, how's the little one? It's like his 4th kid. I was like, how's the little one, etc. And he's like, yeah, good. And I was like, you sleeping well? He's like, yeah, I'm sleeping in my son's bed. And I was like, you're not sleeping in your own bed? He's like, nah, my wife gets up to feed the kid. I'm not getting up. And I was like, so you're sleeping with your kids? And then I freaked because I thought his son had a single bed.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. But turns out he's got a double bed. But I was like, okay, cool. Like that's a real interesting concept. Like, okay, like you guys clearly have, and like his wife's cool with it. Like you guys have clearly set your boundaries and you know, like, this is a 4th kid. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night because you're getting up. Like, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
And they're cool with it. And he sleeps in a separate room for maybe, I don't know if he's still doing it, but initially, especially at the start.
Yeah.
So that he's not disrupted by her getting up to feed the baby, etc.
Yeah. Understand it. And if they're both cool with that, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
Well, yeah, it's their life.
Yeah,
like, you can't turn around and say, but I was like, oh, like I've never heard of anyone doing that before. You know what I mean? And then the other extreme is like, you know, even though she gets up and feed, I just get up and sit with her. And it's like, well, now you're just wasting sleep.
Yeah, that's being silly.
But it's like there's 2 ends of the spectrum, right? So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is. And here's the thing, right, with that decision to say, okay, she stays at home. I honestly, hand on heart, believe, without a doubt. I believe it because I've seen it, because I've experienced it and lived it. I think one of the greatest things we ever did was my wife stayed home and looked after the kids, by far.
Why?
Because my wife raised the kids, not the grandparents, not the childcare, not teachers, not anyone else. We influenced our values and our core beliefs on the children, and they experienced that love, that connection with the parent, not I'm going to go out and get a job straight away. And I understand completely that there's people out there that can't afford to do that. They need to have the 2 people working. But if you are in a position where your wife can stay home and raise the children, it is the biggest advantage over, it's the biggest advantage for the child growing up and becoming a decent human being. I'm assuming the adults are decent human beings. But I've seen kids who do not have that connection or haven't had that as well, and I see the difference in them. They might be small, but you just see the difference in children like that when they're not raised in that way. That's massive. Massive. And I think it's one of the best. Like, look, as a man, I think that's a bit of a flex for me as well. People like joke and say, oh, fucking good life, and she doesn't work a day and drives a nice car and lives in a nice area, just plays sports. Yeah, fucking know she does.
Yeah, say something.
That's it. How lucky, how good's life? And look, it's not that she doesn't want to either, mind you. It's just she would love to do something, especially now because her kids are a bit older, so it's not like they're dependent on her anymore. So she could go out and work and do whatever she wants, but it's a matter of finding something that actually means something to her, not just doing it for the sake of getting a paycheck at the end of the week.
Yeah, I get that. So you ended up setting boundaries at some point.
Yeah, without a doubt. And then we had later on when I matured a bit as a business owner and a person, like as a man, I could have that conversation. Say, hey, this is how we got to focus and what we have to do. And even like as far as now, I told her the other day, months ago, I said, hey, I just need you to know the next 3 months are fucked for me. Like, I've got to go to work at night. I've got to finish this job. I've got to do all of these things. Just know that I'll probably have to work on a Saturday here and there. It needs to happen. She's like, yeah, cool. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Because she understands, right, what it takes to live the life that we live and have the success that we've got. It takes a level of sacrifice and dedication to do so. Now, in saying that, I picked up my daughter this week from school a couple of times. I can do that. Could I have been working the whole time? Absolutely. But her school's 5-minute walk from where I am. I can go there, pick her up, take her home, and then come back here. It's not end of the world. Does it eat in half an hour of my day? Yes. But now I could even get my PA to do that, who is actually my sister. So I could say, hey, go pick up Emma. Go see your niece. I can do that. I can delegate that if I wanted to. But there's, it's just priorities. It's work-life priority. It shouldn't be work-life balance. That's what they should call it. Because even when you're saying the balance with, you're working a harder week, but then you take a week, well, that's priority. I'm prioritizing my work for that week, working a 12-hour day. And then this week, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take the Friday off.
Do you ever get a feeling of like guilt when you do either side? Like you might feel like, because I get this, if I'm just like lounging around, fuck, I'm not, like I should be.
Yeah, I feel that more than the other thing. When I'm not productive.
Yeah, I just feel like fuck, like I'm wasting time, man. Like, you know what I mean? I could have done this. I could have read a book. I could have. Yeah. It's like if I'm doing nothing, not if I'm like out or whatever, like, or doing something where it's like, this is adding some type, like this is fulfilling me in some kind of way. Yeah. That's cool.
I feel like that's why I struggle playing video games now. Because I feel that, even though I enjoy it, like I don't mind sitting there and playing video games for a little bit, but I feel that if I spend 2 hours doing it, I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? I've just sat here for 2 hours doing nothing, watching a TV screen.
Yeah.
So then I get up and try and do something.
It's all about the meaning.
Yeah, that's right.
If you feel like you're wasting time, you are.
Yeah, and that's how I feel with it. I enjoy it though. Hey? I enjoy playing games every now and then.
You mustn't enjoy it that much if you feel like you're wasting time.
That's right. Well,
because if you really enjoyed it, you did at one point in your life.
Oh,
you could play
back in the day
and be like, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking great.
I had an 8-hour session. How good's life?
You're probably never going to have 8-hour sessions again, but you feel
give it a go.
Energized or your head cleared. Because like all of a sudden I did this fucking mind numbing activity.
Yeah.
And it allowed me to just kind of
I feel that obviously back then when I was much younger, the obligation level was a lot different.
We've had less on.
That's it. It was,
you know what I mean?
I could do that. I could go out the night before, have a massive night out, be hungover the next day, and just sit at home playing video games, or go to a mate's house and you're just drinking cokes and
it's like,
play video games.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like I saw there's two things I'll touch on regarding that. I saw this thing that said I saw a post from Dan Martell.
Who's that?
And it's Dan. Dude, you out of all people should read this book. Buy it right now. I'm gonna buy it for you.
No, I'll get it right now.
Buy it right now. It's called Buy Back Your Time.
Okay, Amazon, yeah.
Yeah. Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. Great book. And he's cool dude.
Yeah.
Like he puts out some good content. puts out a lot on YouTube as well. I don't watch his YouTube stuff as much, but I read his book, and it's a good book. It's a good book full of practical, actionable steps. That's the one there. Fuck, books have gone up, haven't they?
$42?
Yeah.
The fuck you
What the
think you're
fuck's
talking
going on?
about?
Yeah. Dude, even like Hormozzi's book's $60. That's that book.
$58
That,
here.
if you're still listening, I'll
Jesus.
tell you how you can get this
What
right
am I-
now.
Oh, good segue.
If you message me, if you message me and you say, Robbie, stop fucking around. Message me saying how to make money. If you message me the words how to make money, I will send you a copy of the book, first person only.
Yeah, I was going to
So
say.
if you're listening to this right now, you can earn a book and have it delivered to you. That'll cost you $60 to buy. The hardcover we've got. We're not doing paperback shit here. This is hardcovers. And I will send you the book wherever you are in Australia. I will send it to you.
Australia,
Except
AU, our AU followers.
Tasmania. Nah, I'm joking.
Especially
all Australian followers.
We'll send you two if you live in Tassie.
I will send you. I will send you a book if you send me a message.
But I kind of feel like as
how to
much
make money.
as much as they've listened to this episode to date, to this time,
Yeah.
I feel like there's one more thing they really should do to qualify to get a book.
Yes, what is it?
And look, as you all know, if you are listeners or if you're first timers, welcome. We are trying to grow our YouTube channel to 1,000 followers by the end of the year. So
And we're off target.
we are off target at the moment. So we're going to need some help from you guys. Not only do you need to message Robbie and say, what did I have to say again?
Message me saying, how do I make money?
How
to make money.
How to
That's
make
what
money.
says at the front of the book.
How to make money.
money. So if you forget, just look at the book.
How to make money. You have to do that. And then you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, $1 Million Days Pod. Just look it up and subscribe to the channel. Robbie will check that you are subscribed before
Yeah.
he sends you a video.
And
a video.
for everyone else
Book.
listening, I think this is a really good thing that we don't ask for enough. Leave us a review
Oh, how good.
on one of the platforms.
Yeah.
Because that helps the podcast get organic reach,
Yeah, nice.
right? And we've never
On the
really-
actual podcast.
on the actual. So
itself.
wherever you listen to, you listen on Spotify, leave a review on Spotify. You listen on Apple Podcasts, leave a review there. If you've got a Samsung, you should stop listening.
Yeah, don't talk to
Yeah.
us ever again.
Just- yeah. So send the message, get the book, and if you're listening to this and you've listened to this on the day it came out, I just want to let you know. Last time I got a message on the day the episode dropped for the last book.
Yeah.
And that went straight away. And then I got messages later, and I was like, "You snooze, you lose."
Snooze, you lose.
So if you want this book, act fast. And if you haven't subscribed and you message me first, I won't send you the book. So subscribe first. Now, let's talk about technology and the impact it's had, George, on your work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think technology has helped us with work-life balance, or do
Yeah.
you think it has? And I'll share a story that hits home for me when we talk about this. Like, do you think it's made it better or worse, right? And for me, when I first launched my business, I launched it from a bedroom. Literally, I had a spare bedroom where I was living, and I set it up as my home office, and I started working from there. And I would work nonstop. I had nothing other than work in my life at that point. And I'd just work and work and work and work and work. And then I'd like make food. And I'd be like, well, I'm not going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix. I'm not going anywhere. I live on my own. I'm just going to eat my food and go back to work. That's what I'd do. And I'd find myself working at all hours of the evening. I'd be at like 2 a.m. working, and it was chaos. No structure at all. And then I got my first office about 6 months in. I got an office. And that changed everything for me. All of a sudden, I could close the laptop. Well, I had to close the laptop because I had to move it. And it was like, that was a dividing
Barrier.
line. Yeah. And it was like, okay, cool. Like now, for me to go to work now, I have to set up the laptop. And it was like, okay, that might be too much for something. I'm like, I probably won't. I'll probably just watch YouTube or whatever. Do you think it has helped or made it worse? Because yesterday, in my situation that I was referring to, I couldn't reply to that email. See my email. I was halfway out. I was, you know what I mean? Just about to enter Graysland. It's like, but if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have had the email situation. I would have been like, cool, I can't deal with it. But would the thing have been on my mind the whole time? Or was the fact that I could deal with it there and then gave me the ability to go do what I want and spend more time with people I want to spend time with? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think technology's helped without a doubt. I don't even think it's a
Do you
question.
think? Yeah, but do you think that there's an impact of like, oh, people take their work home now and they pull out the laptop at home and
It's a choice. There's also a TV there that you can turn on. There's also a dog you can take for a walk. Like it's a choice at the end of the day. Technology has to make, like I have this conversation with one of my employees. He's an old soul. He's a young kid he's young by nature as far as he grew up with technology and should be using it every day. But he's the old soul in the sense of, I don't like using
one of your
technology.
team members?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, I get it. I understand that you don't like using the technology and all, but it's actually there to make your life easier when you utilize it. And any system.
Can we name them?
Yeah, 100%. Nick, you fucking dud.
Nick.
Pick up your phone.
Nick's an old soul.
He's an old soul, 100%. Like Nick would much rather prefer working on cars, being outdoors, like doing all that sort of stuff, as opposed to, grabbing the app
wrong with
and doing it is if it's a part of your role and it's going to help with the systems and process.
But having a preference doesn't mean what you like. You know what I mean? I'd much prefer to take a pill and not exercise.
But it's okay. Let me give you an example, a specific example. So we have this thing that we call a site diary, and it's pretty much you write what happens every single day whilst you're on site. And what that enables us as a company is it has we've got a digital record of what happens on site every single day. So if ever we have to go back and say
tracking progress.
Yeah, that's it. But say a subby sends us an invoice and says we had to do this, and this. And then I can go back to the site diary and look at it and go, okay, this contractor had to, jack up this footing because it was in the wrong spot and it's $1,000. I can look at that and go, okay, cool, he did it. I know he did it. I don't need to check. I know everything's there. Or if there's an incident or if something's happened, it's all documented. You can use it in the court of law.
Yeah.
Everything's there. Now, because Nick's an old soul, he wants to write it in a book. All right. So how is that helping the company? Because if he's got it in his book, he knows about it. And then one day his car gets caught on fire and the book burns to pieces, doesn't help me in that regard. So little things like that, I feel that I want people to be utilizing, because any system is only as good as its end user at the end of the day. So yeah, technology is there. And I was like, imagine, let's go really extreme because we love extremes. Let's pretend phones didn't exist anymore. How hard's building going to be? Now everyone lives on their phone. Hey, I need you here on Saturday. I need you here on Friday. Do this, order that. So on and so forth.
We become used to the technology.
Yeah, that's right. So technology is definitely there to help you and to be an extension.
I think overall life, it has definitely made life better. Do you think it's made it more difficult? Like, for example,
like to switch off or something?
Yeah, like
because you're always connected. Like, for example, how do you? Here's my mail. That's my mail. Normally, if I click on that now, I've got new mail. But if I get out of the app,
wait, hold on. You use the mail app?
Yeah.
What's your problem?
I don't know. I've got the Outlook one too. I got it there. But anyway, regardless, there's no notifications on those apps, so I can't see any red dots with a 1 or 5 or 30 on it. So there's a level of anxiety that's just gone straight away. But also, it doesn't bing every 30 seconds, because if it did, this would just non-stop be vibrating and making noises all day. So I turn off the only notifications I have: phone calls and text messages. That's it. So WhatsApp, messages, and phone calls. That's it. And maybe some flights, the flight one, so I get notified. But things that aren't necessarily going to distract me from, say, if I want to be home and present and not that. And then that way, it is a choice. If I'm at home, I'm like, hey, I want to check my email. Cool, I can do that. I can open up my phone and check the emails. I don't have to be fully connected to it 24/7.
Do you put your phone away?
When I go home?
I know someone that puts their phone in their drawer as soon as they get up.
I don't mind that idea. If that's what you feel you need to disconnect, I would do that. My phone goes into do not disturb at 6 o'clock every day.
Mine goes into at 7.
Yeah, so automatically at 6. And the only people that can contact me are people in my favorites. So if you actually call me, you'll get through, and there's probably another 10 people on there. All my employees are in my favorites, so and my close family. That's it. Everyone else outside of that, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Like, I don't care. When I'm at home, it's more so during the week. Doesn't really happen I'd probably leave it off on the weekend. But more so during the week at 6 o'clock, you probably won't get me until I pick up my phone and see it. And I often get home and just put my phone on the charger too. So it'll sit there, and then I'll do what I'm going to do. And then if I pick it up, I'll pick it up. But that's a level of disconnect.
So you put your phone?
Yeah, I've got a charger on a bench. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a level of disconnect there too.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, I don't mind it.
Why do you have to sit on the couch with your phone?
Yeah, you don't. I don't need it.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, otherwise you are. You're 24/7 connected to it. I'll give you a great example. We're talking about this whole topic.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like
That's
one of those wireless chargers.
Yeah, I've got one on my desk.
Yeah,
Stuck.
I just think.
And it's like,
put it on. I've got this same thing. It's literally a kitchen bench, let's call it.
yeah.
So it's there.
Just
And I
let it
just
sit
chuck it
there
on.
and that's where the phone sits.
My phone's always dead by the end of the day anyway, so I actually have to put it on there regardless. So even last night we went out. Nicole called me up and she's like, "Oh, do you want to go have a bite to eat?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So we went, had a bite to eat. Oh, we went to that place where we had tiramisu.
You love that place.
No, we both left there saying we're never coming back.
Yeah, that's what
I don't want to give it. I don't want to give a shout out because I know
of
the
course.
people. But
Yeah, but that's
we just
that's
both
one
left
of
there and we're like, "Fuck."
It's a very average restaurant.
Yeah, but it
know what I've
seems
learned? I'll
like
tell
it'd
you-
be good, and we just got
You know
so
what
shitty.
I've learned about Albert Park?
What's that?
You can be average and charge premium prices.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah, like there's
that's an
not
interesting-
a lot of stuff here that's amazing. Some of the stuff's nice.
Yeah,
but
there are
some
a
of the
few good
stuff's
ones.
like kind of average, and you're paying a mint. You know what I mean? I went and bought charcoal
thing.
chicken for like $20.
Down
And I was
here?
like $20.
Down here,
Yeah,
down that way.
yeah.
Yeah, it's full on.
That
I
place
went.
was horrible.
I went to a chicken shop yesterday in Fairfield. Chicken bar, shout out. Chicken bar, yeah, chicken bar, shout out. Fucking sick,
Yeah,
so good. But we ate so much, and it was just the chicken shop. And I was saying to Simon, I said, "Man, imagine if this place was in Albert Park, it would kill it."
so yeah, to
Portland.
all the restaurant owners and foodies and
Lift
you
your
know,
game.
there is a huge there's a huge opportunity in Albert Park.
Mm.
You know, a massive opportunity. You got a prime residency.
But here's the
Where-
thing with Albert Park too: you're paying premiums for the shop.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
These people are paying premiums anyway,
Yeah,
and they're delivering an average product. If you have a good product,
clean up.
you will clean up
Yeah, and there is a
because there's
restaurant.
nothing around.
There is a restaurant on Vic Ave further down, which does very well
What's
for
it called?
itself. We've been there before. Village Wine Bar.
Village
they're-
Wine Bar?
Yeah, but they're like one of the ones that tend to have that nicer level of food, and it's always packed. You walk past, it's always packed every single time.
Good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, back to what we're saying. So I went out to this restaurant. We had something to eat last night, and I noticed there was a time when we're both on our phones, sitting opposite each other like this, not talking. And I looked at and I go, "Put that down." I said, "Hey, put your phone down. What the fuck are we on our phones for? All right, I haven't spoken to you all day. I go, put the phone away. This is stupid that we just come out to eat and we're just on our phones." I'd go to the extent of, if I was to go out, I'd happily leave my phone at home with my son or with the kids, for example, and then me and Nicole go. She'll have a phone just in case we need to call. But like, why have it? If you're going to try and really engage and be separated with someone, like, why?
It's a level of addiction, dude. Like, have
Yeah.
you heard those people who do that? It was like a concept I saw online a few years back. And it was like, you go out to dinner with a bunch of friends and everyone puts their phone to the side.
Yeah.
And the first person to pick it up pays the bill.
Ah, good.
Yeah. And it was like, cool. Like, everyone put your fucking phone away. We're here. Be here.
Yeah.
I know. You know what? I actually think I'm really good at being present.
Yeah. I get distracted though sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, I feel that sometimes I can. Yeah, where you just be with someone and you're on the phone, and I'll pick myself up on it though, and then I fucking put it down or put it away or do something. I don't. Yeah, because it can be
that's it.
so
If
simple.
I constantly find myself opening the apps, I'll delete them.
Yeah, you're
They're
good like
gone
that.
from
I actually never do that.
Delete it.
No.
I'm too scared. Why? Go delete it. Have an ice bath. Go.
Delete it and have an ice bath.
Yeah.
delete it in the
at
ice
the
bath.
same time. Yeah. All right. Moving forward. Do you have any tech boundaries that you want to share with our listeners that maybe they can?
aside from-
the do not disturb one's pretty
Yeah,
good.
but
And I like
also
the
aside-
charger.
Yeah, that's my boundary is also the notifications, turning them off. Turn notifications off on
dude.
everything.
No one is on
and
my.
I noticed that more when I had the Apple Watch out of everything. I felt such, because I had an Apple Watch, a digital, I think I've said this before as well, but I had a digital watch. I broke it. It just fell off my wrist and broke. And then I went back to wearing an analog watch. And I remember the first day when I didn't have my Apple Watch and I had the analog watch on, my phone rang and my wrist didn't ring. And I was like, oh, it didn't vibrate or ring or anything, like, oh. And I was like, wow, what the hell? That's weird. And then I was like, I felt this sense of relief, like I wasn't I wasn't physically connected to that fucking phone. And I was like, man, I'm never buying another smartwatch as long as I live.
No, dude, I turn every single note. The only thing that I get on it is text messages.
On your
Nothing
phone,
else.
on your watch.
On your watch.
Yeah, but even then, I didn't like that was annoying me too. Everything. I was just like, look, why do I need to have that level of connection? Me personally, I didn't need to have that level. So I got rid of it and I kind of have never been back on it. And I don't think I ever will, in all honesty. I might one day, but at the moment, not on the radar.
I reckon you will.
Yeah, well, it'll be on the podcast the day we do.
Yeah.
If it happens. So I get rid of all notifications, like no social media, because social media blows up all the time. Why do I need to know when I get a like or a comment or a message?
Yeah, I
don't need to know any of that. When I open the app, when I choose to do it, then I will see it. Other than that, I've set up rules on my Outlook, which I never knew you could do, which you told me about a little while ago, where if you get an email come from a certain person, you can automatically filter it to go into a certain folder on your
So it kind of like files your stuff.
Yeah, and that's little things, but that's like saved me a whole bunch of just the email coming in, getting notified, but also having to manage and move it into the folder each and every time.
Like setting up automations is like one of the most time-saving.
So good.
Just did it for someone. Oh, sorry. In the process of doing it for someone, a client who reached out and we were talking, and he spends a lot of time filing away receipts for his projects. And he's like, yeah, I spend a lot of time if I go to Bunnings and this is for this project. I've got to take a photo, email it to myself, and then go through the emails and file everything into folders. So we set up an automation for him so that it happens automatically. And it costs him $39 a month to run. And he is saving hours, hours and hours on end. It's like it's ridiculous. It's like you need to be doing that. You can't be doing the repetitive shit over and over again. You need to set that up. Side note, but yeah. What else were you saying about regarding
technology? What other things? They were the main ones that I do.
So having your emails, notifications.
So notifications is probably my biggest one. Like it made a big difference. Not having, and look, your phone's programmed, right? This is what people don't get. This is the Max. Is this the biggest phone? Is that what they're called? The iPhone Max?
Yeah.
So they're designed because they're big.
What one is that?
That's the one before you.
Are they the same size? They are the same size, right?
Yeah. So look, that's a big phone. Yeah. It can feel uncomfortable in your pocket. So why does Apple does that on purpose, right? So it's like you've got this big thing.
That's not true.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
I reckon there's a level.
Buy the smaller one.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. But you don't.
You know how people I have it's like, you know, when people sit there, they're trying to kill us. And it's like, why would they try and kill you? You're not that important.
Yeah, but I also feel that there's a level of them wanting you to be addicted to this phone.
Of course they want you to be addicted to the phone.
And you said it too. Like
but you just said a thing of like,
I'm sure there's an element of it.
Nah.
I reckon they'd go that
Buy the
deep
small
science.
Buy the small one.
I don't want to.
That's
right. But now, okay, my phone sits here, so everyone sees I've got an Apple and it's out here, and yours is orange.
Dude,
is that orange?
The amount of comments I've got on my orange phone.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Wild.
Yeah, there you go.
Wild. Every single hey, new iPhone. I'm like, dude, I've had the new iPhone every single time.
Yeah.
No one's ever commented. Not once.
As soon as you got an orange one.
As soon as you get an orange one, comments go wild. Yeah.
Lose it.
Bought an orange car, people lost it. Bought an orange phone, people lost it. I'm trying to make my whole life. My whole life's going to become orange.
Car's gold. Come on, it's not orange.
It's kind of orange. It's actually called yellow, believe it or not.
I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, I've asked for orange, and they're like, "We don't do the orange anymore. We can give you this." And I was like, "Oh, that's the color I wanted." Anyway, yeah, I don't get any notifications on my phone at all, apart from calls, messages. I get Messenger and WhatsApp. That's it. And Slack. Because a Slack is certain times. But my phone's always on Do Not Disturb from 7 p.m. until 10 a.m. the next morning. I can't have people interrupt my life. How does mental health fit into this conversation for you? Like, do you believe that, you know, you should have some level of, and I'm going to use your favorite word, balance, for yourself personally?
Yeah, I think you have to work on mental health.
What does that mean?
I don't think it's just going to happen.
But so, okay, how do you equate that into the whole balance conversation? Like, what do you do that allows you to make sure that, because
it's like that whole mind, body, soul, yeah? Like it's the three elements of it, like having your being physically looking after yourself as well. I think that's important. I think it does affect your mental health. If you are in great physical shape, I think there's a direct correlation to you being mentally fit as well. I really believe that.
Yeah.
If
So is training, like making sure you book out time to train, one for you?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Without, I feel better. Like, is it a coincidence? Do you feel better after you've had a workout?
Yeah.
We were talking even before about bouncing on your trampoline. Right?
Rebounder.
Your rebounder, sorry. The one that doesn't, you don't do flips on it.
Oh, yeah.
Give it time. So, yeah, you always feel better after working out. So I think there is a correlation with that. There's also, I think you've got to, when I say you've got to practice and work at it, I think there's a level of you either reading some books that will, like self-help books or motivation.
But how do you fit that into, where do you squeeze that into? Because I'm assuming you've always got stuff
there's
to do.
Yeah, but there's always time as well.
Yeah, so
there's
where do you
always time to do anything you want in this life. You always have time. Okay, we said I'll put my kids to bed. Well, instead of watching Netflix, read a book. Or listen to I drive to site sometime. Well, don't listen to the fucking radio or music. Put a podcast on.
Do you listen to the radio?
Nah, man. I put it on the other day. It is so fucking bad.
Radio's trash. Yeah.
It is so bad, man. Like what was it? Some morning show. I was listening to these fucking idiots talk. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous.
What station?
I don't know. But you know who she's probably a lovely person, but she annoys the hell out of me on the radio? Fifi Box.
I don't know.
Just rubbish. Dribble comes out of their mouths on those shows. And I'm just like, waste of time. Do you know what I do listen to sometimes? And only during the football season is like SEN, like 11-16.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I don't mind it though sometimes when they're just, if I want to zone out and listen to something like that. That's probably the only extent of radio that I'll listen to. But other than that, when they're talking about stupid things like, we got a competition that if you hang upside down for the next 15 minutes and your nose bleeds, then we'll give you a car. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
They do that shit.
I wouldn't put it past them. But anyway,
listening?
I tend to either listen to music in the car, like it'll connect to YouTube Music or something like that, or I'll listen to a podcast most of the time.
Is there anything you do to? Because I'm assuming, this is an assumption I'm making, but I'm assuming, like myself, you probably have a list of stuff that needs to get done.
Yeah, all the time.
Like there is probably like if someone said to you, I'm going to give you 2 days to just do shit, you could probably I could do up those 2 days.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much shit. There's stuff I want to do that I've never had time to do. There's stuff I've been talking about for 12 months that I haven't been able to plug in because I just haven't had time, and it's just like life's just boom, 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 boom. How do you prioritize this? You know, do you have anything you do daily or weekly that you make it fit into your life? Like it might be, I don't know, going for walks with your wife or going for a run with the kids.
Yeah,
or do you add it onto anything you currently do? Like I read most mornings.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I try and even if it's like 20 minutes, I'm like, just let me fucking read something. You know, sometimes I write. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you do regularly?
I'd say the regular stuff that I would do would be working out, would be reading as well, and then if I'm going to do some. Like I'll take the dog for a walk too, because dog needs to be taken out. So I'll go take it for around the block for, 20 minutes, whatever it might be.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, that's a great thing about having a dog as well. It forces you to get up and get out and move around. And then, I suppose with all of those things, right, no matter how busy you are in your life, you can always find time. You just have to have a level of discipline and willingness to do it. Always find time, like no matter what it is. And the funny thing is, I remember earlier in the year when I was training, 3-4 times a week at least, I had to take time out of my work day to go and train. So it wasn't necessarily I was training at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. or anything like that. I'd go at 10 and train during the day. And as a result of doing that, I was probably more productive throughout my day just because I was mentally clearer. I felt good, like things were getting done. So with anything, even hanging out with friends, right? Like we're always so busy, you don't see your friends as much as you would back in the day. You can, if you want to, you just got to make it a priority. You just got to go, cool, this day I am doing this. I don't care how busy you are. You can always make time to do absolutely anything. You just have to prioritize it. And just realize that you taking an hour out of your day isn't going to kill your week.
How do you, because like prioritize is like one of those words where it's like, just prioritize it. It's like, how do you, if you're the person who's listening to this now and you're like, I can't, I'm fucking busy, man. Like, you know what I mean? I've got a million things happening.
That's excuses.
Yeah, okay, but they believe it.
Yeah. Well, you believe in your excuse. You just got to you got to have some discipline. Like, does it hurt you enough not to do it? Like, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to go work out?
Because I'm fat.
Yeah, well, if you're fat, stop being fat.
Just stop it.
Just stop it. Tomorrow you'll be done.
Just stop.
Make a decision. You got to make the choice. You got to make the decision that you've had enough of what you're doing. Because obviously, if you're feeling like that, then there's something that's either missing in your life, or you want it but you're not achieving it. So why? Like, if you want that, then fucking make the choice. Stop making excuses and just living in the whole bullshit work-life balance and all that sort of stuff. No, you can do absolutely anything you want. You could be in the best physical shape of your life and run a multi-million-dollar business. It's like the other day when I said, I knew this guy went up on stage on national TV because he was on the news, and he was talking about how his company and this sport team that he's sponsoring, they both share core values of excellence and high performance and this, and just talking about all and things. Yeah, absolutely. Your business does do those things, but you're 150 kilos, bloke. Okay, you are going to lose. I don't give a fuck what you say. You might be winning now. Your company might be making hundreds of millions of dollars. But do you know what's better than $100 million? Living until you're fucking 80, 90, 100 years old. You've got 5 years left. Okay, so you're going to lose no matter how much your company is winning. So don't talk to me about excellence and fucking high performance and shit like that when you're fucking losing at life.
Yeah, you're not elite.
No, exactly right. Exactly right. So yeah, I feel that people always say they want these things, but they don't make that decision to go, okay, I want it, now I'm going to do it. They don't do the do, right? They don't take the action. That's where fucking people lack.
Do you think flexibility is important with that?
How so? Like flexibility?
I think flexibility is a privilege. I think if you can be flexible and get things done, you should do it. But sometimes you need structure. Like sometimes it's like, hey, you're the worst at fucking training.
Yeah.
Be there at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
No fucking, no excuses. Not, I'll go later. Come in at 5.
Hey, part of the reason I got a PT for 3 days a week, like I was getting trained
that's accountability.
For 3 days a week.
It's like because someone waiting for me.
Yeah. If I don't rock up, I get charged.
Yeah.
He'll charge me, and rightly so. He's cut out an hour of his day to be with me.
100%.
So yes, charge me if I don't rock up. Fucking oath. Now, I did that because I said, all right, I know how busy I get, and then I won't make it a priority. I want to book it in with someone because he is going to be waiting for me to train. So that's what we did. So yeah, if you do need that structure, or find a friend. Maybe you have a gym buddy, or you have someone that's going to fucking read with you in a book club. I don't know. Like, do something that's going to help you and make it easier for you to do these things.
It's a fact. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Accountability. I think having someone to answer to.
Mm.
You know what I mean? All right. Last but not least, is there anything that surprised you the most, or like an activity or something where you're like, this really helps me contribute to, this favorite word of yours, balance? And, whatever it might be for you, it might be like, it could be the dog thing that you mentioned. It could be an activity you might do with your kids or your wife, or it might be something you do in your office by yourself. Do you know what I mean? But is there anything that you feel like has really helped you kind of bring all this together to manage a business and a personal life and family and kids?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think the biggest thing has been for me is the day I decided to start understanding I didn't know a lot of things, and I had to go out and learn them. And what I mean by that is either reaching out to a mentor, either learning something new through a course, through a training, through something, just becoming better at being a human being, like personal development stuff, business stuff. That's what's elevated me. So I really think I've made a lot of changes over the last, or I've become different over the last, say, 4 years, a lot with the training and the shit that I've been doing over the last, when I say training, like personal development training, business training, connecting with other people, learning new things, like even going to the States, yeah? Like pre-2019, I never would have even gone to the States to go and see a Hormozy or someone like that. Like, why? What for? So I went out and made myself better. That's been the biggest change for me.
What?
I made myself better as a husband, as a father, as a business owner, as a human being, a friend. Like, I made myself better, and as a result of that, now I live and breathe it in my everyday life.
What does that mean though? So like, if you were to give your, because it sounds like you've been on a journey.
I wasn't bad.
No, yeah.
So I wasn't a bad person. I wasn't fucking on drugs. I wasn't drinking
Hold on,
too much.
You can be a horrible person and have great work-life balance. That's irrelevant.
No, I'm saying in the sense of I wasn't anything negative in any way before, but I just wasn't the best at version of myself. So then it wasn't until I started going out into that ecosystem that I found that I became better at a whole range of things, like communication and like even learning how to speak on stage and doing all that sort of stuff has made me a better person from in business and in life. I can communicate now with my family better just because I can communicate on stage really well. And I can have conversations. I can understand human psychology a little bit better than what I used to. I can implement strategic business things now because I understand business better than what I used to. And winning for me has become a little bit easier because I've become the best version of myself. So I don't think it's a specific system or habit or anything that it's been contributed. I think it's just a whole range of things.
Yeah, but
that's made me better.
You can do a lot of those things you just mentioned and not have any balance in your life.
I think it would but if you're more self-aware of what
you could be completely aware and be like, yeah, and I just work 39 hours a day and I don't give a fuck.
But then that's the priority aspect of it. Like, I'm more aware of priorities and everything I want. So if I want to work 24 hours,
you don't think that person is going to at some point to lose?
Loser if it's not in the sense of if that's what he wants. Like, okay, we saw it with Hormozy the other day. He made $100 million in 3 days, right? And he's sitting with his team there and he goes, cool, what's next? Like, didn't fuck around. He goes, dude, you just made $100 million. Go buy a fucking Lamborghini yacht or something. Like, go do something. He's like, no, what's next? So for him, like, he doesn't want to go home and have kids. Like, he's not like, cool, we made the 100 mil, let's go pump out a family. For him, whether he continues on that path for the next 10 years, hey, he might get to 50.
He hasn't slowed down at all.
I know, but let's just say he gets to 50. And then he turns around and he's on a podcast, him and his missus, they're both 50 years old and they're both together, love each other, and they come on the $1 Million Days podcast because where else would you fucking want to be?
Yeah.
And they sit there and go, so look, you've achieved so much in your life. Like, what do you regret? And he goes, look, dude, I tell you what, I regret not having kids. So has he won?
Well, that's exactly to my point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so you can have self-awareness.
In the same token.
Would you say he has self-awareness?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
But so then you can have self-awareness and lose.
All that matters, it's not about losing. It's what matters in the moment. Okay? Because you can't tell what's going to happen in the future. Maybe he gets to 50 and he's like, nah, dude. Fuck kids. I've still got fucking another $1 billion to make. What am I going to have kids for? You know? So it's like, I think what's important is the moment today. Make the decision. What's important to you today? Don't have buyer's remorse. Don't be stuck on the choices that you make and think about all the consequences that could or couldn't happen, because then that's when you fucking sit there and you don't do anything. That's the person that doesn't make the decision to go out and go to the gym or eat healthy or learn about business or do anything.
So if you're thinking about what's most important to you today?
Today is to make a fuckload of money and to enjoy it with my family.
So you're going to make the money and enjoy it today?
Yeah.
So you're going to make the money today and enjoy it today?
What do you mean today?
I'm saying today, right now.
Right now.
Today, Saturday. Monday.
Podcast. The most important thing for me right now is the podcast.
Yeah, but do you get what I'm saying? Because then if you think too narrow or too singular focused, you might not put your kids to bed today. But you're thinking, with the kids conversation, you're thinking long term. You're thinking this is going to go away. But if you think today, you can be like, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yes. Look, when I say do it tomorrow, there are days where I haven't put them to bed.
I don't believe you.
There's twice.
Yeah.
Twice. No, well, when we travel, if I go out with friends tonight, for example, I'm not putting the kids to bed. So that's just going to happen. That's fine. I don't need to do it every single night, but it's an important aspect of me wanting to do that. And what was the question again? About what was it?
No, it was like, okay, if you had to say what was the my question was going to get through. was going to be, what's the one thing you would tell yourself? And then you started talking about how you weren't a bad person and, you know, it was growing in every area. But like someone can grow in every area. Like you can become really good at business and have zero balance or zero. You prioritize one thing and one thing only and you do nothing else in life. And then you get to the end and you say, fuck, I should have done this or should have done that. And there are people listening to this who probably will do something like that at some point and be like, fuck, man, I should have prioritized relationships more or family more or my kids more or whatever it is. Or they won't. But what I'm saying is there anything that you would say to 25-year-old George and be like, hey, when it comes to this particular subject that we're talking about now, work-life balance, now with all the wisdom you've gained over because you're quite old, over this period of time.
Can you repeat that? My hearing's
yeah.
I'll have to rewatch this episode.
Do you know your headphones are on louder? After all this time, what's the one thing you'd be like, hey man, like, you know, like what's the message you'd share to yourself?
I would actually, going back, I would say, it's a good question, right? Because I feel that I know what I would say to myself, a 25-year-old, is I think I actually worked too much. I prioritized work too much at the beginning. So I would say in the sense of...
Work less?
No, work more. Like work just as much. But when I say my focus wasn't at home as much, like I wasn't as supportive, I don't feel, this is a personal thing, no one can ever, not in my wife, no one else can make that judgment call, just me. I felt that there was a level of me focusing on the work too much because, look, I get it, I was a young father and also going from 2 wages to 1 wages and still not making the money I'm making now back then. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't making killer dollars when I first started the business.
What did you say? Still not making the money you make?
Sorry, I wasn't making as much money as I am today back then when I first started my business.
Yeah, fuck, you'd hope so.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It was almost like, and that's what I mean, a startup company, construction company, going from this point here and having the young family, like I would have just said, keep doing what you're doing, work that hard, but you need to work just as hard at home. Like on the relationship with your wife, on the connection with everything you're doing there, work just as hard as that. And I felt I could have given more, but I bought into the excuse. I felt that I bought into that whole, I'm the provider, you're the nurturer. I just bought into that too much, I think, at the time. So I would have just blended those two a little bit more. I still would have worked hard. I just wouldn't feel sorry for myself. Oh, I'm tired. Fuck, you're tired. Get up and help. Or get up and do this. Or don't do that. Or whatever it might be.
It's about energy management.
It was energy. That's probably the best that's the best way to put it. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. It was energy management. I was just putting way too much energy in the business side of things. And I forgive myself because I didn't know any better. You know, I don't sit back and go, you're a piece of shit, you're an asshole, you're a failure. I didn't know. If I went back now and I could change it, I would. And so I said, if I had kids today, it would be very different. My energy management would be completely different. Again, that George wasn't a bad guy. He was doing the best thing for his family that he knew what to do. That's all he did.
Yeah, at that time.
At that time, it's all I knew. And this is what I'm saying. Don't get stuck up so much on the decisions, the future that's going to happen. Because A, you don't know what's going to happen. So all that matters right now is the decisions that you make today. That's it. This moment right here, our decision
for today and moving forward.
That's it. Our decision to come here today and do a podcast. All right, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Then what happens after this episode goes? Do I go back into the office and do a few hours? Do I go back home? Do I go for a walk? Like all that matters is the decision. Nothing else outside of that matters because you can't control anything else. You can control now. You can't control what's just passed. I can't go home now and go, fuck me, I never should have done that podcast. I shouldn't have done that podcast.
No, the only thing
I can't change it. The podcast is done. This episode's going to air. I can't change it. And you know what else you can't change? The future. Don't know what's going to happen. I could come here right now and an atomic bomb goes off in the city and I don't get to see, this is the last time I see anyone. You're the last person I see. What a life.
It's a good way to go.
What a good way to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's all that's going to matter. Just the decision right there. So what does that mean? And this is what I'm saying. Make your choices that you can make available to you today. And if you feel that there is something lacking or you're not feeling 100%, well, cool. Go out there and try and find what that is. Understand what that is. Because as soon as you can get some clarity, and it's the self-awareness thing, dude. Like it's so hard to teach. I can't teach self-awareness. How do you teach it? How do you teach self-awareness?
I think
You know, I used to buy into the whole dad bod thing in the sense of, oh, well, I hear that 80% of women love dad bods now.
you did.
No, you believe the bullshit stories that are fed to you. Oh, I'm set. You know, I'm married now. I got kids. I don't need to look after myself like I used to. I don't have to be fit and strong and healthy. I can just be, look at all the other dads. It's funny you mention that. Like I had a school assembly yesterday with my daughter and my wife. We were there. And when we were out for dinner last night, I said, okay, do you notice how like fat and shit everyone looks? Like all the parents, I go, I think we're probably one of the younger sort parents at the school. I go, but I was just looking around, like everyone's overweight. Everyone's dressed like bums. Like that, they're not looking after themselves. Like, do you notice that, or is it just me? I just thought it was quite interesting observation.
She said the same thing.
Yeah, she goes, yeah, it's like, I noticed that. Like, yes, you can see. It's just people are buying into it, man. They don't, okay, they're 40 and that's it. They're overweight. They don't look up like that. Don't do their hair. They're dressed in fucking whatever. I just found it quite a fascinating thing to see. This is like people with kids is what I'm saying. Not like, I'm not going to a club or something.
I think we can there's a whole conversation to be had around, you know, being elite in all areas of your life.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great topic actually. And that mediocrity, I think people really buy into, hey, the settling. That's it. We're done. We're married. We're settled. We don't need to look after ourselves as much anymore. We can just go along our way. You know, because it was funny. I met this couple the other day, and they would have been similar age to me, and they looked like they're in their 50s. You know, just overweight, just looked old, like they were weathered. And I think that just comes down to lifestyle choices.
Yeah, I think I caught up with someone the other day that I hadn't seen for a bit, and I caught up, and you see him, and then you're like, you're aging. Like life's kicking you, dude. Like, get it together. But yeah, I think the biggest takeaways I've taken from this conversation is, you know, prioritize what matters to you in that season of your life. You know, and good I heard this analogy, concept of like, seasons, and it's like, you know, there's seasons where I'm going to work more, and there's seasons where I'm going to have more time, and you know, there's no fucking that whole like complete, you know, start at 9, finish at 5. And I saw a great meme the other day, and it's like when you tell your missus that you finish at 5, and then it's like 5:05, you done?
So true.
Yeah,
it's so true.
And I think there's no direct, rigid structure that's going to work all the time. And I think, you know, structure's good, and behavioral flexibility is really good as well, and that's going to help you in making the right choices and decisions today for what you want now and what you want in the future is going to be the biggest things that impact your life.
My word.
You know, and in saying that, I think the biggest and most important decision you can make right now is really heading over to YouTube and making sure that you're subscribed to this. And if you're just tuning in and you're like, I'll skip to the end because Robbie's going to give away the book at the end, I've already mentioned what the code is. So you're going to have to go back, find where we mentioned it, and subscribe to the channel and send me that message.
Be number one. Be the first one.
Be the first, very, very first person. And if you're listening to this and you've listened to the whole episode and you haven't sent the message and you're like, I'm going to send it soon, probably lost. Any final closing words, George?
Do more. You are worth it, and you can do it. All right? I don't care where you're at in your life right now. You're alive.
I'm going to start working from 9 to 5.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Why? I'm going to work from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. 16-hour days. That's not 16 hours. That's 20 hours.
You lost me at whenever you started calculating it.
At 5. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you
for listening.
so much. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you next time. As always, hope you have $1 million day, and we will catch you on the next episode.
Bye, everybody.